Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, I got a new batch of pine needles yesterday. I just want to try them out. And look at that worn out Keychain Ferro Rod. The Amazon link to this Ferro Rod will be in the description. Started off as a spare rod, and when the rod got mostly used up, the spear fell out of it. Then I put it in a drill and I used a grinder and I ground a asymmetrical point on it. And I'm going to keep using it until it breaks, and I'll be using it after it breaks too, probably. Let's try out the pine needles. And the link to this Stanley 10-049 will be in the description also. I think the reason why pine needles ignite after the second strike is because the first strike gets that wood gas going, or whatever gas is coming out of the pine needles, and then the second strike ignites that. So yeah, you can wait around. I think I'm just going to start doing 2 strikes all the time instead of trying to 1 strike ignite it. I'm going to try it again. 2 strike it. First strike gets the flammable gases going. The second strike ignites those gases. One more time. Pine needles are doing a good job, ain't they? Now there's no smell of pine resin in these. There's no smell of pine. There's no black sooty smoke coming off of them. It's completely devoid of sap, but I think that they're the right kind of consistency, the right density to burn furiously like they do. time with a little bit of Ferro Roll. We're going to be using our top board that we just quickly whittled out of a branch. This looks like pine to me, this bark right here. Our top board, and this is our bat cotton fiber that came off the top of a medicine bottle. Always want to keep rolling it until you see smoke coming out of it. No smoke coming out of this. And I like to loosen it up so that the ember can spread better. Put this over here where you can see it. Let me come up on this a little bit. Now, waving it is constant airflow. You might say at the top of my wave, that's not constant airflow, but it is, because up here you have the backdraft follow. If you can see it, up here you have the backdraft following it. So the backdraft is pushing through it, and then I change directions. If you see the smoke increasing, keep on waving it. Because constant airflow is the best way to ignite a tinder bundle. I'm not done. Let's try some more. Let's try solar ignition now. Let me get my sunglasses. Hold on. All right. I'm going to use this stick to help hold these pine needles very tightly, because they have to be held tight in order to get the ember to build and to spread. Yeah, that should be tight enough right in there. Let's try it. Putting the ridges towards the sun, which is this side here. No, it's this side. This side has the ridges. And you're just going to have to, let it smoke and build and smolder and build up an ember for about a minute before you try to blow on it. resist the urge to blow on it sooner than a minute. 2 minutes wouldn't be wrong to build up a big enough ember for it to be self-sustaining.
A lot of distractions here. Dogs in the distance and cars pulling in and out of the driveway. Let's see if I can concentrate and try to keep that focal point near where all that char is at. I still don't have what I'm going for, but let's blow on it. It's been more than a minute.
There's a little flame. Let's see if we're good. There we go. Let's make our way back over to the table. Let's do some more hand drill. We'll go ahead and do another burn-in and notch. This is about a 13-inch spindle. Let's give it a try. Wow. The front of the divot blew out. I tried to do it at an extreme angle. It still didn't ignite. But we finally got it to ignite. Stand in front of this wind. Let that wind die down. That's the way it is. It doesn't just happen. You have to make it ignite. All right, y'all. Don't you agree? Don't you think those... Can you see? Don't you think those pine needles are going to be just perfect? All right. We need to hurry up with this one because the cell phone is out in the sun and it's going to overheat and turn off. And I hate it when it does that. Got a horseweed spindle, about 13, 14 inches, on a tulip poplar fireboard, pine needles for tinder. And the pine needles have proven themselves nicely, and I anticipate they'll do a great job on this hand drill ember. So I like to rough them up a little bit, get these fines and stick those fines back in the center there. But I also like to have some fines left over like this right here to put on top of the ember when I stick it into the main body of the tinder bundle. So I have to do a burn in. Let's go ahead and get started on the burn in. Bugs. That looks good. Gonna do 100 floats. Probably not going to show you all 100 floats. I know you're tired of watching me float 100 times to do a burn in, and then when I go for the ember, float another 100 times. I'll probably either speed things up or just cut to the important parts. I don't know why it took so long to get smoke. That's not a good sign, but let's try to go ahead and make it work. Let's go for it. Now, if you can see that flame in this bright sunshine, yep, the pine needles are going to be just fine, aren't they? If I can get out of the smoke. All right, you got to practice. You got to get out there and practice if you want to be good at fire skills. Get out there and practice your Ferro Rod and your flint and steel and just all the different fire techniques. I enjoyed it. Pine needles are going to be good. Appreciate you watching me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.